So I think Chris Madden is back with the Outlaws again. We'll talk about the hints today, plus plans for Tanner English, Bobby Pierce's Wild West Shootout Heartbreak, and a bunch of regional sprint car news. Let's go. It's Monday, January 15th. I'm Justin Fiedler. This is DIRTRACKR Daily. At the Wild West Shootout on Sunday night, Bobby Pierce had a chance to go 5 for 6 on the week and grab a $100,000 bonus, and that would have been on top of the $26,000 winner share last night. But with about 7 laps to go, he appeared to be on his way. Kyle Larson was trying to run him down through lap traffic, and we probably would have ended up with a really nice battle to the finish. But a flat right rear tire coming to 6 to go unraveled the night for Pierce. He got over the cushion in turn 4 and tried to keep it rolling, but it was clear something was wrong. Larson came in hot with a head of steam and ran right into the back of Pierce, who was then completely out of the throttle. Under the caution, Pierce went to the infield for a new tire and charged back to 7th by the end. Out front, Larson was able to get away from Mike Marlar over the final few laps and score his first career win at the Wild West Shootout. Marlar and Cade Dillard followed him to the finish, ended up on the podium. Afterwards, Larson was bummed about the contact, but he wasn't aware until the Victory Lane interview that Pierce's tire was already going down. He thought the contact from him was the reason the tire went flat. And then Bobby obviously confirmed it as well during his post-race interview with Trenton Berry. I think it was Larson's first late model win since he scored a Lucas victory at Golden Isles back at the start of the 2023 season. Feel free to fact check me on that one. Even with the issues, Pierce was still the week-long Wild West Shootout champion. He did get a couple of extra $1,000 for that, along with the race winnings and the $25K bonus that he got for winning 4 of the 6 races. Looking ahead to later this week, several of the teams in attendance at Vado, including Pierce and Dillard, will now have to super truck to Florida. The World of Outlaws late model season begins Thursday with the Sunshine Nationals at Volusia. Wednesday is a practice night, and then we'll have full race programs on the schedule for Thursday through Saturday. The event also includes pro late models and 602 late models. We'll dive more into that event later this week. But since I mentioned the World of Outlaws late models, let's talk about their current list of full-time drivers. 1 week ago on the Daily, actually last Monday, we were updating you on the additions of Tyler Bruning and Brent Larson to the group, bringing them to 17 total. Besides those 2, that Outlaw list also includes Bobby Pierce, Brandon Shepard, Nick Hoffman, Brian Shirley, Kyle Bronson, Ryan Gustin, Todd Cooney, Dustin Walker, Dennis Erb Jr., Cade Dillard, Parker Martin, Max McLaughlin, Dustin Sorensen, Tristan Chamberlain, and Cody Overton. Of the top 15 in the 2023 Outlaw standings, the only drivers with question marks at this point are Chris Madden and Tanner English. Everyone else in that group is returning except Shane Clanton, who we've obviously documented previously, and Gordy Gundaker, who is scaling back. We did talk about him towards the end of the 2023 season. Tanner English at this moment appears to possibly be hedging his bets between the 2 national series. He's got all of Speed Weeks on his schedule, including all of the Outlaw and all of the Lucas races. But things get a little bit weird in March. The first Lucas Outlaw conflict on the schedule for this year is March 22nd. Lucas will be at Atomic and the Outlaws will be at Thunder Hill. English has both series on his schedule on that date and March 23rd between Thunder Hill and Brownstown. I would imagine the 96V probably not going to be at both races. And then after March, the rest of English's 2024 plans are completely blank. So this clearly feels like a wait and see until after Speed Week situation, which is obviously not uncommon for these late model teams. You get out of Speed Weeks, see where you are with both series, and then decide who to go with full time. So at the moment, we'll leave a question mark next to English's status. As for Chris Madden, he was second in the Outlaw standings a year ago, and not a peep from him or the series about his plans, with just a few days left here before the opener. But regardless of no communication, it appears as though Madden will be back full-time with the Outlaws. In recent days, his website was updated with his 2024 schedule, and on it is the full slate of Outlaw races. That is from Volusia this weekend through World Finals in November. The schedule also includes a few Lucas shows during Speed Weeks plus the Crown Jewels at Eldora. He's got a few Flow Series races and some regional stuff in the South at year's end. With Madden back, that would take the Outlaws to 18 at the moment. A year ago, they eventually ended up with 23 signed on come the opener, but only 15 went the distance. We'll see if series director Steve Francis is able to add to this group of 18 with still a few days left in the quote-unquote dirt late model offseason. Shifting to some sprint car stuff, there have been a few regional moves in recent days. Dennis Gainey's team DGRD announced a pair of drivers to tackle Knoxville and other events in 2024. First, Darin Naida will compete in the 360 division weekly in Knoxville this season. He's going to challenge for Rookie of the Year. 17-year-old Michigan driver appeared in 43 410 races in 2023. He raced a lot around Ohio and Michigan. He had 2 weekly sprint car wins at Butler Motor Speedway. He and the team are hoping to find some additional support to add in some more Midwest 410 shows along with the 360 Slater races they're planning right now. DGRD will also campaign a 410 team for Brandon Wimmer. He returns to the team for another season. They'll run a mix of races at Knoxville and with the traveling series like the Outlaws, High Limit, IRA, Maverick. Wimmer had 2 wins last season in 25 starts. Both of those came at Atomic Speedway. One was with the Fast Series and the other was with the OVSCA. Also around Knoxville, the Beaver, Drill, and Tool 12X team has a new driver for the year. Carson McCarl will pilot their sprint car in 410 competition at Knoxville, along with a bunch of Midwest shows between the Outlaws and High Limit. The Beaver 12X has recently been driven by Chase Randall, Ayrton Jeniton, and Garrett Williamson. McCarl is a 2-time 360 champion at Knoxville and made 31 410 appearances a year ago. He did pick up a 360 MSTS win at I-90 in June. In Central Pennsylvania, some changes are coming to the Devon Borden-driven 23 car for this season. Shuttlesworth Stehman Motorsports is now just Stehman Motorsports, with the team confirming that Jim Shuttlesworth has departed the team. In Jim's place, son Chris Shuttlesworth is taking over as crew chief of the rebranded organization. All of this news dropped over the weekend. Borden was the 2023 track champion at Port Royal. And before the Central PA season gets started, Borden and Shuttlesworth will also head south with the Grove Racing 45 to compete at East Bay. They're going to do that with High Limit and during their King of 360s event. Both of those are in February during Winter Nationals. The Grove machine was driven last year by Tim Schaefer and late in the year by Kyle Reinhardt. No other word right now on what the plans could be for the Grove Racing 45 beyond this initial trip south with Reinhardt and Shuttlesworth. That's it for the Daily Show today. Stop by DIRTRACKR.com to see today's streaming schedule, catch up on all of the latest happenings from around the sport of dirt racing. Make sure to also like and follow Dirt Tracker on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, wherever you are in social media, we are as well. I thought about not making a YouTube channel subscriber goal for the year as well, but maybe I should. We're currently at 27,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I'd love to say 50K is the goal by year's end, but I kind of feel like 40K is probably much more doable. So for now, that will be the goal, 40,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of 2024. If something happens and suddenly we get a whole bunch more, then maybe we'll adjust that later on. If you want to help me get there and make sure you are in the loop for future dirt racing content, hit that subscribe button wherever you are. It is free on YouTube and the podcast platforms. There's no money, there's no credit card numbers, there's nothing. It's just plain old free. I hope you guys have a great Monday out there. We'll see you right back here tomorrow.